Hello everyone and welcome to Whatculture. This is Ben Potter, I'm Peter Austin, and we've got some alien news. Some alien news, everyone. Now, of course, Ridley Scott is Captain Alien, Mr. Alien. Mr.
Alien.
Ridders.
Old Ridders, as we call him very fondly here. He has spoken to Fandango, which apparently is a publication that exists, and he's revealed that if Alien Covenant does well, he has plans for more Alien films.
How many, Ben?
Potentially 4.
What?
I have a quote now. I'm going to read it to you.
Read the quote.
There will be another one before we kind of literally and logically, clockwise, back into the rear back head of the original Alien.
Wait,
He genuinely said this. If this is successful, and then the next one, and then there will definitely be 3 more.
Did he use the word that? Did he use clockwise as a verb? We will clockwise into
Back, yes, he did.
Okay. If this is successful, and then there will definitely be 3 more.
Yes, and the next one.
And the next one.
4 more. So basically he wants
Fragment, consider revising.
to do... Exactly, yeah. I don't know if he paid attention to internal Microsoft Word.
No.
There, but anyway, he also mentioned the title Alien Awakening.
Oh.
Just dropped it out of nowhere, so that could be the name of the next one that he's talking about.
There you go.
But he also said that it would be a film that's set between Prometheus and the upcoming Covenant, which is out in a couple of months.
Okay, so now he'd be going backwards again.
Right.
He's hopping all over the shop, isn't he? It's like Kingdom Hearts 1.8, isn't it?
There will be another one before we kind of literally and logically clockwise back into the rear back head of the original.
What does that mean? Oh, Ridders. And yet we'd still go out and watch all his films.
Yeah, we're going to go watch it. If you want to see Alien Covenant, it's going to be in cinemas on the 19th of May. Do you know much about Alien Covenant?
I know that there's a new type of new type of alien. It's the neomorph. That accidentally just got dropped on Radio 2, apparently. I don't mean just recently, but when people have known about it for a while. But at the time,
they just said it.
I think it was one of the actors or one of the crew was on there doing an interview, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I remember I really like those old movies. That bit with John Hurt when the neomorph comes out of his chest." And it's because he's presumably been saying it on set for the past
So he accidentally just dropped it.
So he just said neomorph.
That's unfortunate.
They're new white aliens that come out of your back and stuff.
Oh, that sounds horrid.
Yeah.
Let's go and see it.
Yeah.
Let's go and see that film.
Sounds good.
Covenant is out on the 19th of May. It does take place after Prometheus.
Yeah.
So it does have Michael Fassbender in it.
Fassbender.
It's the fastest bender. And then this awakening potentially set between those films.
Right.
What do you think about this, though, in terms of not necessarily what it means for the Alien franchise, but in terms of people actually wanting more films that could potentially not necessarily ruin but just add to a franchise, like Star Wars, for example?
This is what I think we should get you guys involved down below. I think this is half the reason we've made this video, is because I think it's important to... It's a weird thing, isn't it? Because people are lifting all these... I went to the cinema yesterday, right? I went to see King Kong, and King Kong itself is an old franchise, and as we walked out of the cinema, all we could see was Power Rangers, Beauty and the Beast, Alien, Cars 3. There's very little...
Series there.
Well, I'm not saying classic series, but what I'm saying is there's very little original thought out there right now.
That's true. But does that feed back into people just want comfort?
It's not necessarily...
It just does well. I mean, when it comes to Star Wars, for example, I will happily let Disney make Star Wars films until the end of time.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
ultimately, the original Star Wars films will always be there, and it's just nice to have that going in the background. But I don't know if Alien is quite as a sort of horror series, is quite the kind that fits into that mold kind of film.
Well, that's the interesting thing, is that you say the old ones are still there. So people talk about you're desecrating something that I really like, and why don't you just not watch it? If you don't want to see these new CGI heavy versions of what used to be practical movies, with different styles, Michael Bay explosions, rather than not seeing the shark in Jaws for the first 40 minutes, that kind of thing, then just go home and watch them.
And make sure that you tweet the director, telling them how
he can't string a sentence together.
Well, should we have that one more time?
Yeah, please.
Okay, just before we go. There will be another one before we kind of literally and logically, clockwise, back into the rear back head of the original Alien.
Right, what was the next bit?
If this is successful, and then the next one, and then there will definitely be 3 more.
Right, okay. Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott there, aged 12.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Ridley Scott. Best of luck with the film. Alien Covenant, again, out on May the 19th. I'm probably going to go and see it.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be good. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the upcoming Alien movie, and what you think in general of people recycling all these old ideas, franchises.
I agree.